Hey guys, what's up? What's coming to you? Timing makes a difference. Uh, I think what you're about to see here is something kind of obvious that's happening to the eye right now, and something that's not going to be as obvious, but is a little bit hidden at a plain sight. What you see right now is a team that is sort of building the narrative that they're going to become the super dominant dynasty of the decade. But unlike prior decades in the NFL, something a little different is happening right now where we see sort of two dynasties emerging within the same decade. A super rivalry is what you call it, where two teams in the same conference are going to be perennial winners and they be competing for the Lombardi every single season. Whoever gets the best of each other in the postseason ends up winning the Super Bowl. During the earlier part of the 2020s, you sort of see the Kansas City Chiefs coming away, but then towards the later part of the decade, you start to see the Raiders providing balance to the AFC. The new stadium, Jim Harbaugh, Derek Carr, that one team that can challenge the Kansas City Chiefs when the Buffalo Bills are not able to do so on a year to year basis. And that's what the Raiders are going to do. When you have a guy who comes across as arrogant, who's got it better than us? Oh, Niners. When you have a guy who makes his hissy pissy fits on the sidelines, making fans go crazy, certainly it made me go crazy as a Cardinals fan. I had a lot of hate for Jim Harbaugh. I enjoyed seeing him cry back in the day. Though those were the days, 2011 to 2013, 2014. Seeing the Jim Harbaugh's face explode. So same thing is happening right now when Jim Harbaugh's going to be the figure that is going to make fans hate the Raiders even more. I think John Gruden's a guy that people like to hate on. When with John Gruden gone, you had a little nice guy, Rich Bisaccia, as an interim head coach, feeling a little bad for the Raiders and all that. You got to make them hate the Raiders again. You got to get the Raider fans out of the closet, whatever. Make them be cocky, whatever. Like, hey, we're the best. We're gonna be badass gladiators, badass burglars. We own you. All that bad boy image. That's what the Raiders are gonna be. You know, the Patriots for the cheaters. The Raiders are gonna be the bad boys for full swag. You gotta see a little bit of personality now. You gotta come away and be a little bit dirty on the field and all that. You know, 49ers, you had your little criminals and all that, like Ahmad Brooks and the guy from Missouri, the pass rusher. Ray McDonald was involved in crime and all that. The Raiders, they got to go embrace that bad boy image once again because they were a team full of outlaws and misfits without Davis. And that's a weird guy like Jim Harbaugh would sort of be attracted to that because this guy's a football nut, and it doesn't matter how they are outside the field. It's all going to be about winning. Winning is above all. Just win, baby. That's what Jim Harbaugh is going to do, and that's the only thing that's going to count for the Raiders. And that one team, the AFC, is going to challenge the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to win the AFC again next year. I mean, that's four straight Super Bowls. That's two Super Bowl championships when you're looking at it. When you're looking at the State Farm Super Bowl, it's just there's no way the Chiefs will lose the Super Bowl this year. The Chiefs will win the Super Bowl, but then Derek Carr is going to level it up with Patrick Mahomes. It's bound to happen that way. When Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl, when the Raiders are hosting the Super Bowl, the Chiefs won't make it back. When the Raiders are hosting it, right when the Chiefs lose, the Raiders are hosting the Super Bowl. Then the Raiders take off Super Bowl 59. They're ready. Jim Harbaugh's building up the squad into the image that he wants for it. And that team is going to be the much more physical team in the trenches compared to Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will be finesse and all that. Derek Carr will be the same kind of amazing passer, top five and all that, but you're going to have a little bit of smash mouth in the running game. You're going to have little stunts. You're going to have a little physicality on the defensive line and all of that. You're going to be very tight in the pass coverage. That's kind of the image of the 49ers that you see in the Raiders here. They're going to be the more physical team compared to the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are going to be explosive, but then the Raiders are going to be physical, and they will always be a top 5, top 10 elite passing offense with Derek Dallas Carr, the star, under center. I think they'll really start to hate the big hits in the smash mouth ground and pound running game with Josh Jacobs. And that's the kind of thing that you see that really creates tension when the Chiefs' dominance over the AFC every single year is going to be threatened by the Raiders. Threatened by the Raiders right after both teams are tied at 3 Super Bowls, because that's how the Masons like it. It's 3-3, 33. It's all bound to happen that way. The Raiders will win Super Bowls. The Chiefs will hate the Raiders. The Chiefs will win a Super Bowl. They'll probably win 3 with Patrick Mahomes. Probably Patty jumps ahead of Derek Carr, but then the evil empire strikes back. Boom. 2 Super Bowls. Derek Carr wins 4 Super Bowls. Jim Harbaugh is a legendary coach. He's the next Bill Belichick. He's the genius. And that's what the Raiders are going to do. They're the team that we think is all done. They thought the Patriots were done right after 2005. Look at what happened. Look at what happened when you thought the Seahawks were right there for the taking. The Patriots took it right at the end. They snatched victory out of the jaws of the Seattle Chicken Hawks. And that's what the Raiders are about to do with Derek Carr and Jim Harbaugh. They're about to make this a real rivalry. Jimmy Harbaugh's going to make hissy-pissy fits on the sidelines. This guy is going to be a little bit of a prick in his post-game press conferences. He's going to be a little bit of a smug douche. But that is who Jim Harbaugh is. He is who he is. You are bound to see the Raider Dynasty. These guys are ready to win. All they need is a full-time permanent coach. That is all the Raiders need. There'll be a perception. There'll be a us versus them. Jim Harbaugh, us against the refs, us against the NFL, like it was when he was with the 49ers. And then the Raiders overcome all of that, just like that. Because the just win, baby, win at all cost mentality will not accept defeat at all. Even the referees. Jim Harbaugh is ready to become a Raider. He has been screwed over by the refs when he was with the 49ers. He fits the Raiders mentality perfectly. He's got the best quarterback he's ever coached. All he's got to do is make the Raiders the most physical, badass team in the NFL. You got yourselves a pretty badass dynasty in the making. And that is what the Raiders are set to accomplish once the Kansas City Chiefs lose Super Bowl 57. The Chiefs start out well, 2019, 2020, in the early 20s. The Raiders take it all towards the later part of the 2020s. That's what the Raiders are going to do. You got yourselves a rivalry again. The Chiefs won't be in the Super Bowl every single year. That is the reality. The Raiders will be in 4 Super Bowls. The Kansas City Chiefs cannot stand that, and that is how it's supposed to be. The Raiders are the top dog. The Raiders win the Super Bowls. The Raiders are the winningest team from the 60s to the early 90s. Kansas City Chiefs tie it up. They tie it up when they get a nice golden gem on the 100-year anniversary. But then, once you put together Jim Harbaugh right after the death of John Madden with Derek Dallas Carr, the star, it is bound to have big things happen for the Oakland Raiders, for the LA Raiders. It is a process. It is going to take a little bit of time, but the ultimate product is going to be the most epic thing we've ever seen in the history of the NFL. No doubt about it. That is the legendary tantrum of Jimmy Harbaugh and Derek Dallas Carr in the just win baby franchise. That is the Oakland, LA, Las Vegas Raiders. That's who we are. We are the Raiders. And the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs will make it back. The Chiefs have something special going on. But it is the Raiders that are ready to challenge, that are ready to provide that balance and that threat to an existing dominant order. The rebellion will be put away. We are ready. We are ready. 4 years is a long time. Seems like it. But 10 years is an awful long time, too. We'll be ready for it. We'll be ready for the dynasty. These guys are made to last 20, 25 years in this new age NFL. This will become the evil empire. I think the dynasty started this year. The dynasty starts with fighting all the way till the final whistle. I'm already seeing it this year. All the way to the very last point. Without your head coach, without all that, with a bunch of star guys out. Jonathan Abram, Darren Waller, Perriman, many star players up. This year has me believing that it is going to lay the foundation to the dynasty for Jim Harbaugh. There's no doubt about it. The Chiefs will be in the Super Bowl. Misread this year, but it's a very interesting dynamic for this decade. Two separate dynasties competing against each other towards the later part of the decade, with the Raiders getting the best of the Chiefs when both teams are on the top of the conference. They could not beat the Raiders when they are at their best. That's what it's all about. It took the Chiefs this long. It took him 50 so years this long to tie the Raiders. It is taking forever. 3, 4 decades, whatever it took for them to tie the Raiders. A long ass time. 40 years. Wow, 38, 39. That's a long ass time. Finally, you caught up with the Raiders. And now they ready to show who's the top dog in the AFC West. It's all about the Raiders. And y'all ain't passing the Raiders in Super Bowls. That's what it's going to be, y'all. That's what's going to happen next year. You'll be tied at 3, y'all. You'll be tied at 3, right, with the Super Bowl at Vegas. It's going to be all about the Raiders and Jim Harbaugh and Derek Dallas Carr, the very special star of the NFL. 2 separate back-to-backs. If you nail it as perfect as it is, there will be some doubt on the Raiders. That's just a lucky fluke 2-year run, is how I see it. We'll be ready for it. We'll be ready for Jim Harbaugh, the Rabbit, to win 4 Super Bowls. I'll be ready for it. This guy's a very special coach. They need to give multiple Super Bowls back to Jimmy Harbaugh for what they did, scripting the 49ers gold rush drying up. Yep. That was a fumble by Ahmad Bradshaw. That was not forward progress. Kyle Williams took a dive. The 49ers and all that. The clock at Seattle, yep. Jimmy Harbaugh, he knows it. Goodell, he knows it. Gordon was virtually sacrificed. Jim Harbaugh is ready to take the reins. He's ready to take the keys. The house that Harbaugh built, the Death Star in the Vegas Raiders dynasty, happening right after Vegas hosts the Super Bowl. You'll hate that guy, Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, this guy, he's going to produce the goods.